Hi everybody, this is Wendy from Wendy's Jewelry Design. Today I'm actually going to do something different. I am going to be doing a line ring. I used to do this a lot several years ago. I used to make a lot of these, and I really just I like the way they come out, so I decided to do it again. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's really pretty, really easy to make. Well, I think it's easy to make. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And you can put anything in the middle. You can put turquoise. I have different things out here. I have pink coral. I have some pearl. I don't know if you can see the pearl over here. I have some of the turquoise. I already did one in turquoise, so I'm going to do one in pearl. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. All right, so the first thing you're going to need is a mandrel. This is what you size rings on. And I'm a 7.5. So I take my wire, and this wire here is a 16, actually no, it's a 14 gauge, so that's pretty thick. You can use a 16 gauge, but I wanted to make a thicker ring. So I'm going to put it over here where it says 7.5, okay, and I'm going to go across like 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to hold it here, and I'm just going to mold it around, and then I'm going to overlap it from where I started. It's still on 7.5, and I'm going to overlap it. So I mean, this is really hard wire, let me tell you. Let's see if I can get all right, let me see if I can do this. This is really hard. Okay, there, I got it around. So see how but it's really loose. So let's squeeze it a little bit because I don't want it that loose. I definitely don't want it loose, but I want it to be 7.5. So there you go. You see you got a little bit of overlapping here. Okay, and then you have all the way up to 7.5, which should be right there. And now I'm going to cut where my thumbnail is right there. I'm going to cut right there because you don't need a lot of wire. So let's get it right there. Cover it because you don't want to pop it in your face and nip it. Okay, so here it is. Right, you got the two pieces overlapping each other, and that's maybe like a little less than 1/2 inch. And I just want to check it to see if it works. Yeah, that's me. Okay, I like to double check everything. And go back, and it's right there. There you go. So it's round up to, wait, I want 7.5. So there you go. So that's where I like it right there. Okay? Then you're going to take the legs, what I call the legs, and you're going to bend the legs back right where it overlaps. So you're going to bend one here, and you're going to bend it here. Okay? And you're going to bend it out. That one goes out. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. And then this one was somewhat about here. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so that's what it looks like. See that? And we're going to straighten up our legs a little bit. Right? Bend it a little more, because you want the legs to look perfect. Same thing on this one. This one legs looks a little longer than the other side. So let's cut a little bit right there. But so far, that's what I want. See how it goes at? Opposite directions, okay? And then you're going to double check, make sure that you have it where you want it. And I have it at 7.5. Okay, so it's still looking good. But this leg is a little long, so let me cut this leg down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna cut it right about there. Cover it, nip it. And you see over here, this is all my, I don't know if you could see that. That's all my pieces of silver cut that I'm going to send to a company to melt it down, and then they'll give me credit, so this way I can buy more wire. Okay, so there you go. Then you're going to take your round nose plier. Where's my round nose plier? Here we go. And you're going to go upwards. You're going to bend it in a circle upwards. Okay? That's my first loop. Now you're going to do the same thing to the other side. You're going to go upwards. And then, I don't know, I think this looks a little long to me. Let me nip off a little bit. Okay? And now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to turn it and make it round upwards. And let me tell you, I'm using a lot of force because it's very, very thick. And it takes a lot of force to get this to go round. But see, it's a little crooked, but that's okay because you're going to bend it. You're going to bend everything into place. Okay? You got it. That silver is pliable. You could work with it. All right? So I'm going to squeeze this in a little bit here. So this way we can close that little bit of hole right there. There, I'm going to squeeze it so it touches. And the same thing on this one. I'm going to squeeze that one too. Okay, now you're just going to bend it to the position that you want it. Okay, so basically it's going to look like a horseshoe. Okay, and you keep maneuvering it until you get it exactly straight the way you want. Okay. There's nothing wrong with, you keep moving it. That doesn't come out perfect the first time. All right, and I just want to make sure everything looks bent. Okay, so far so good. Let me bend this one a little more. All right, and it looks pretty good. And I'm going to check to see that it goes through the holes. Pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Again, tightening, just making sure that it goes the way you want. And I'm going to check it to see that it fits. See, I find that to think that this one is a little it's a little higher than the other one. So I'm going to take this is another kind of mandrel, but this one is just smooth. Okay, I just want to keep this smooth, so I'm just going to hammer it a little bit and give it a better round shape. And this is what I'm doing. I'm actually just hammering this. And you see this is a rubber or kind of plastic so it doesn't scratch the silver. And that's what you want. You don't want to scratch the silver too much. Okay, so it gave it a little better shape. I like it a little better. Let me just bring this in. Try it again. I still see that one side is higher than the other. And let me see what I can do to this. I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to play with it a little more until I get the shape I want. I think I'm going to make this a little rounder on that side. Put it back in here. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze it. We'll take a look at it again. It's getting where I want it. And I'm a perfectionist. It's got to look perfect, else I'm not going to finish it. So far, that looks pretty good. Right? And then these have got to be laying, that when you look at it, it's straight. I don't know if you could see that. See how straight those are? That's exactly what I wanted. So I think I'm going to do pearls, because I want to do pearls. So let's do the pearls. So you're going to take a piece of 24 gauge wire, and this is what you're going to use to attach the beads onto the sides, okay, to create the ring. So what I like to do is I say that this is about 2.5 inches. So when you're looking at it, that's a lot, okay? I don't need that much wire. So I'm gonna nip a little bit of this wire and make it a little smaller, because I didn't need that much, okay? So when you're looking at it, you have to make sure that the ring hose are in the middle and there's some left over on the side, because that's what you're gonna wrap it around here with, right there, okay? So what I do is I string it like that, and I start putting my pearls in, because I want to do pearls, okay? And I'm just stringing them on. See, so I like the way that looks. I don't know how many pearls I'm going to do. Let me see. How many pearls can I fit? I think I'm only can do 3. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can string this in here. Telling you, you got to get it through that hole. You got to get it right. See, let me see. See, it's not easy. It's just trying to make it through the hole. Okay, it looks like I'm having a little difficulty with this. And I think it's because it's not being strung through here. Okay, that one went through fine. That one went through fine. I'm going to grab it here, push it back a little bit. Okay, and let's try to string this one again. So it looks like the hole is not letting me go through. So let me just pick another bead. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Let's straighten this out first. So the hole on that other bead was not drilled straight through, so it didn't want to go through. Let me see this one. Oh, see, this one went through. Okay, so then I'm going to take it, I'm going to pop it in there, right? You're going to grab this end, and you're going to string the wire in, okay? So that's what it looks like so far, okay? Before I start wrapping the wire around, I'm going to make sure it still fits me. Yeah, it still fits, okay? I'm going to wrap the wire. Okay, you start with this end, okay? And you're going to cover that little opening just so that it look pretty. So it doesn't look like you see an opening there. You see that? I wrapped it around once and I covered it. Can you see that? Okay, and then I'm going to wrap it again. And I'm going to keep wrapping all the way around until it looks nice. See? Now I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Okay? I'm going to wrap right there. Wrap around. All you're doing is going around. That's all you're doing. It's real easy. Of course, you're going to have a little excess. That's okay. So I have more excess on this side. You want to wrap it the same amount on each side. So I'm going to take my bent nose plier and I'm going to tuck that in and just squeeze and go around. See? You don't see it now. Touch it, you don't feel it. If it's catching, then you don't want to feel that catch. You're going to just keep squeezing until you get the wire around. So let's see, I have enough on this side, enough on this side. So I'm going to remove this excess right here. Okay? But I still left enough that it can go around. Take my bent nose plier and just squeeze it around. There we go, all the way around. and put a little pressure. Just keep going around. And there you go. There's my line ring. That's what it looks like. I did this one with pearls. Really easy, super easy. Okay, so now I got 2 rings. You can make as many rings as you want. You could even stack them if you want. You want to wear them like that. You can wear them like that. It would look probably nicer if I did 3 here and 3 here if you're going to stack them. But if you're not going to stack them, then you can do as many as you want. Here I have 5 of the turquoise. Looks very pretty. And then here I just have 3 of the pearl. Still looks nice. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this and practice. You can make your line rings. You can make whatever you want. You could also make this if you want to use copper wire, or if you want to use 14 karat gold filled wire. You can do the same thing. But just make sure that it's either a 16 gauge down here, or a 14, or I'm sorry, a 16 or a 14. This is 14 gauge because I like them thicker. You can use the 16 gauge, and then to wrap it, you need a 24 gauge silver wire. All right, and that's it. I hope you enjoy watching. Thank you for stopping and taking a look at my videos. Bye.